Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over a new event that will be starting tomorrow, and it will give you a new way to spend your dog tags. If you were saving up dog tags to spend it on this last roadmap, it was kind of teased out that this potentially could be the last one, and well, this is the last one, but it is going to have some dog tags usage, and you are going to be able to get quite a lot of NWO tokens to progress through the NWO stash and hopefully get your hands on the last final copies of Jackie. And the event is called Dead Silent. The Divided Loyalty event continues as Gold Mythic Jackie comes closer. It's Dead Silent. The event times are as follows. It starts on the 25th of January 2022 at 4 PM Pacific time, and it ends just over a week later on the 4th of February 2022 at 4 PM Pacific time. The event overview is as follows. It says the next stage of the Divided Loyalty event will bring 3 new roadmaps that will run through the end of the event. Players can run the daily NWO token roadmap to pick up raid energy refills, trainers, NWO tokens, and more using world energy. An additional silence roadmap will be available, which will use dog tags as energy. The silence roadmap will reward red headbands and drop specific numbers of silencers from each stage listed in the roadmap details below. Players can rerun specific stages to get guaranteed silencer drops each time. Silencers can be traded in the grey market for gold mythic tokens, gear, and trainers. Survivors Club members will get exclusive access to a bonus roadmap that will reward red headbands and silencers using dog tags as energy. The silence roadmap and the SC bonus roadmap will be the last roadmaps during the Divided Loyalty event that will use dog tags as energy. Before the Divided Loyalty event is over, players can expect one more mini event to reward progress made on Gold Mythic Jackie. There is going to be another event, but it doesn't seem like there is going to be any dog tags requirements on that one. But your progress on Gold Mythic Jackie will be rewarded. So if you get probably like Limit Break 1, Limit Break 2, Limit Break 3, you're going to be able to progress through the roadmap to different stages. More info on that to come when it actually is released. First up, we'll look at the daily NWO token roadmap. This costs world energy, and as it says, it refreshes daily. You can see it on the screen right here. It's pretty basic. It has 1 act, 5 stages, and it costs 50 energy. Each time you run this on a daily basis, you will get 15 NWO tokens. Every 2 days, you'll get 3 pulls on the stash. And as the event lasts for just about 10 days, you are going to be able to get just about 15 pulls on the stash from running just the daily roadmap with world energy. Then we have the silence roadmap that will require dog tags to run. This is going to last the duration of the event, so you can do it as quickly as you want. And overall, it does give a couple of thousand red headbands and also gives silencers as drops guaranteed every single time you do each stage. You can see if you complete the first act, you will get 1,000 red headbands, and pretty much the same for the second as well. It is quite costly on the red, the actual dog tags themselves, but you are getting quite a lot of silencers. Both Act 1 and Act 2 seem to cost the same, but the rewards are slightly boosted on Act 2, so I definitely would rerun the last stage of Act 2, for instance, to get more silencers for your dog tags input. Now, where you can spend those silencers is in the grey market, like I said, and you can see that for 200 silencers, you can get 2,000 gold mythic tokens. 200 silencers, you can get roughly 600 silencers for, I think, 300 or 400 dog tags. So if you've got 400 dog tags, you can get basically 3 claims of this. So you can get 6,000 gold mythic tokens. The exchange isn't amazing, but you are going to be able to get something if you so wish. It's obviously up to you whether you even want to complete that roadmap or farm it. Then you can also get gear choice boxes. This is probably going to be ghillie suits and probably going to be fire starters. And then the last one, you can see that you can get 10 Brady's for 20 silencers. So if you are short on those trainers, you can just go all in on trainers. And you should be able to get a ton of trainers, considering we do get reasonable amounts of silencers on there, and you can farm it quite heavily. So if you run the last stage once, you get 150 silencers for 100 dog tags. You'll be able to claim the Brady's, like 7 times there. So that's not too bad. Now, I will say, unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're giving away enough NWO tokens to complete 2 stashes. If you are free to play, you are going to have to spend, or you are going to have to, run the RNG roadmap and hope to get the 10% a bunch of times, which you potentially could, no doubt, but it's going to be reasonably tough, otherwise, because you can get screwed via RNG. Look at me here. I have done 21 pulls, and my faction's winning all the faction events, so I am getting quite a lot of these pulls because of that. And I've been screwed over, basically. I have got Survivors Club. I have not been able to run the roadmap for 2 weeks in a row. And like I said, that is something I've purchased and not been able to utilize, you know, being able to run that roadmap. And it's just more. It's just going to be more for the fact that I won't be able to get the 5th one, most likely. It's going to come down to RNG. Now, I could say potentially for getting the 5th character, I've been kind of lucky because you're not likely to have to wait till the last pull or the last pulls consistently throughout. But it's still rough. It's still rough. I think most people, if they're in the sort of position that I am in now, you should be able to complete the 2nd stash if you're coming first in, you know, the faction events, because you are going to be able to get those extra tokens that way. But, you know, you might only get 10 pulls on the last stash. You've just got to get lucky. And yeah, I'm not really a big fan. You know, there's not much you can do. Even if you go all in on the event and you've put a lot of time in and all the milestones and everything, you're still going to be punished just due to RNG. So that's it on the information on this event. You are probably going to have to run this loyalty roadmap because they aren't actually giving out any NWO tokens attached to dog tags at all, which it, you know, kind of seemed that was going to be the way. I assume they probably they think that giving out world energy is better, but it's such limited amount of tokens that, you know, it's just a real big problem. I still think that a lot of people are going to be, unfortunately, kind of screwed over due to RNG and not be able to get that 5th Jackie by no fault of their own. You know, they hit all the milestones, did everything required in the event, and the RNG just didn't roll their way. And I thought we were going to get past this, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. I potentially could come out of this event with 5 Jackies. That doesn't necessarily mean, you know, it's a good event. You know, that isn't how it works. You know, RNG doesn't make an event good if you get lucky. It doesn't make an event bad if you get unlucky. It's the structure base, and the structure base here is just bad. It's just bad, unfortunately. It's like they haven't done the numbers to see how much they're actually sourced overall, and the numbers just aren't adding up. You know, if any sort of requirement is relying on RNG, it's instantly bad. If like the last 10 or 15 pulls needed to get lucky RNG on this particular crate here, you know, that's bad, because those last 10-15 pulls could be the ones. And it's just, you know, completely random. What can you do? What can you do? Do tell me what you're going to be spending your dog tags on, though, guys. Are you going to farm for those silencers, go for some gold mythic pulls and try and get what you can out of this event? Or are you going to just run the risk of getting this over and over again and getting absolutely nothing out of it when it comes to the NWO tokens? It's a hard call. It's a hard call, but it does look like they're pushing you towards the office section for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That is the end of my video. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.